Welcome to Real World AIP, the YouTube channel dedicated to helping you implement the autoimmune protocol, or just to eat healthy in general. Eat healthy whole foods, lots of veggies, clean eating. I'm Stacy, and today I'm going to show you how you make a simple soup base in my Instant Pot that you can use to make any soup or stew recipe, anything that's calling for stock or broth as an ingredient. This is how I make mine. The ingredients are not rigid. The ones that you probably do need to include would be carrots, celery, onion, maybe some garlic, and bay leaves. That's like the bare minimum. What I do now is I go shopping in my garden. I recently moved. I tried to transplant my garden. I saved some of my herbs in the fridge in one of these before I moved the garden, and it's good things. That's about all I have left. It didn't transplant very well. This thyme is still green and alive. It's been in the fridge for like 2 weeks. I'm definitely going to use this in my stock. Any fresh herbs, thyme, rosemary, oregano, also good. Leeks. Leeks are great. If you think you're going to be making a vegetable stock, pick up some leeks because so much of them go to waste if you don't make stock. All of these green leafy parts, they're very fibrous. Nobody actually eats them. You know, you use that white part at the end and then you're left with all these. These are great for stock. Don't throw them away. Save them for when you're making broth, and you can even freeze them. They're going to come out all soggy. Like, who cares? The flavor's still there. You're just making broth and you're going to toss them anyway. So another thing I like to save and use is the parts of the celery that nobody wants. Like these leaves and these faded yellowy parts. Like, I usually would toss those. They're perfect in the stock. Mushrooms give it a great savory umami flavor, so if I have mushrooms laying around, I use them in there. And oyster mushrooms, I don't know if you know this, but if you have IBS and you're on a low FODMAP diet, oyster mushrooms are low FODMAP. So if you've always tended to avoid mushrooms because it give you bellyache, try oyster mushrooms. They may not. And then I have my little garbage bowl. So it's a good idea to make broth after you've had like a bit of a batch cooking, so you can start building up things. This was like a really bizarre shaped piece of fennel bulb. The other scraps from the fennel too. The stalks and the fronds, all the fennel bits and pieces that are part of the bulb that you normally use. I saved those in the fridge. Then I found some arugula at Whole Foods. It was like fresh, local, organic arugula. So it actually had like the stems left on the end. And so I cut off the arugula to use, and I saved these and put these in my stock. I washed them well so there's no dirt, but I actually like took a little nibble. It tastes like turnip. It's the underground root of the arugula, so I guess that's not surprising, but yeah, no veggie goes to waste. Organic zucchini top. The white ends that I chopped off of some celery. I basically just started this like veggie garbage bowl the other day because I was making a bunch of stuff, and this is going into my veggie broth. So you don't have to have that much stuff in there. It's like just whatever you have. Whatever you have, you clean out your fridge, whatever you have peelings and leftovers. Instant Pot makes this all very easy. I need to give this a good bleaching and scrub down. It doesn't look so good on the inside, but there's a saute button here, right here. So I'm gonna hit that saute, and then I don't think it matters what you have that set to. 30, actually it just does that automatically. Alrighty then. And I put a little oil in the bottom. I use olive oil. I know some people don't cook with olive oil because they say it oxidizes, but then the other camp of thought is that there's so many polyphenols in it that it can handle heat up to, I think, 400 or 450 degrees. I cook with it. If you would rather not, then use avocado oil would be good. Into this, I'm gonna throw in some garlic that I don't feel like mincing it. It's not important because this is all gonna get strained and drained. Although the more surface area on your veggies, the more flavor you get out of them. But I just kind of rip up the garlic. I'm going to be making 12 cups of broth, so I use like an ounce. I like garlic. And right about now, I also add the onion and the celery. bunch of leek, the green rough fibrous part. Just fill it up. No measurements, just lots of it. Arugula roots. I'm basically gonna just keep, cooking those, stirring them until you want the onions to kind of caramelize and just, get a little bit of that browned veggie flavor in there. That caramelized, cooked flavor. We're gonna need to add some salt to this too. If you're doing a very basic version, just like carrot, celery, onion, that's fine. You're just gonna put a bunch of carrots, a bunch of celery, a bunch of onions. One ingredient that can really help to add depth of flavor, complexity, make it seem like you put more in it than you really did, is this stuff, herbamare. It's like one of the few relatively mainstream spice blends that is AIP compliant. Organic, it's gluten-free, MSG-free, and the only ingredients in here are sea salt, certified organic, celery, leek, watercress, onion, chives, parsley, lovage, which is like a herb, garlic, basil, marjoram, rosemary, thyme, kelp. That's it. AIP compliant. And it's gonna really add a nice depth to a vegetable stock. I'm gonna put like, that's a tablespoon of the herbamare. I'll put a link to where you can pick some up on Amazon if you want. I think I've seen this at Whole Foods too. Put my fresh thyme in there. I chopped my oyster mushrooms up pretty fine because I want to extract as much flavor out of there as I can get. This is a big batch I'm making, so I'm going to throw in 2 bay leaves. I forgot about my celeriac. I bought this the other day at Whole Foods. You can tell I bought it the other day. But yeah, this top is going in there for sure. This is bugging me because I can't stir it. There. So we're gonna, sauteing these for about 10 minutes or so. And now I'm just gonna fill this with water. Give you this handy little measure right here. I'm gonna go to that max fill line. Rub it on the edge. Add a good stir, and then put the lid on. Seal the pressure vent, and then I'm gonna clear this whole saute thing that we have going on. Okay, then hit manual. I'm gonna go like 15 minutes. Wouldn't it be nice if it actually took 15 minutes total? But no, it takes like 10 minutes or so to come to pressure, and then it starts the 15-minute countdown. So it's going to be more like 25 or 30 minutes, which isn't that bad, especially because it's all hands off. If you don't have an Instant Pot, this is very easy to make in a big soup pot. You just saute the veggies just like I did in here, add the water, and then, bring it to a boil, and then lower the heat to a simmer with a loose lid and go for like a half an hour. Pretty easy either way. So yeah, come back to this in 15 minutes. By the way, if you want your vegetable stock to have kind of a tomatoey base feel to it, add in 2 tablespoons of tamarind paste. And then you can also add in a little bit of balsamic vinegar for acidity. That took forever to come to pressure, just FYI. I would say it took like 20 minutes to come to pressure. I like to use the quick release because I don't like to wait, so. I wonder if you could puree what you have left here into some kind of dip or spread. It just seems like a waste to throw it all away. Let's get this strained and into some mason jars. I just put a strainer over a big bowl. I could let this cool before I do this, but I'm not the most patient person. So I'm going to see if I could do something with these leftovers, but not the bay leaf. Definitely throw that away. That would be hard. Any of the really stemmy pieces of thyme, I'm going to get rid of too. to press out all of that good stuff. I use a fork too to break it up and smash it down. Sorry for all that noise. I forgot I had the air conditioner on. It's too hot to be making vats of soup broth right now. Smoosh out most of the liquid, and I'm going to add this right to my blender. And I'm going to transfer this into a mason jar. Careful, that gets hot. And just repeat that process until all this is strained and we have the broth in mason jars and the leftover veggies in the Vitamix. This made about 14 cups of stock, vegetable stock, or broth. I kind of use those interchangeably. I think the proper term is broth, but either way, 14 cups. So now you have the perfect base for any soup or stew you want to make if it calls for, you know, vegetable stock or bone broth or any kind of stock, even like seafood stock. I'm not saying it'll taste like seafood. I'm saying you could add seafood to it and make a seafood stew. In the future, I'm going to be doing some soup recipes. I'm going to do like a Russian borscht beet soup. I'm going to do a minestrone, and I'm going to use this as my soup base for all future recipes. Now, let's get to what are we going to do with all this goodness that was left over. I can't throw this away. No way. This is where all the fiber is. I mean, there's probably some nutrients left in there too, but it's mostly just like microbiome food. Why throw it away? Why? I did a little taste test, and obviously it's going to be very bland and mushy. That's perfect. That's perfect for what I'm going to do with it. This is almost 4 cups of mush. I'm going to put a teaspoonful of salt to start. And I'll start with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I like the California olive ranch. This is the rich and robust one. Let's blend this up and see what it tastes like. I'm going to need to run the blender a good long while. It has a very nice flavor, but it's not done yet. All right, more salt, garlic, 2 cloves of garlic. Nice sized cloves. And I'm gonna run this for a good long while to make sure there's nothing hard in there. One more thing, acidity. Oh my goodness. So I blended and blended and blended this until it was perfectly smooth and delightful. Make sure to blend and blend and blend and blend and blend and blend. I was like, lemon juice, but I'm out of lemons. So I'm gonna use balsamic, a little bit of acidity in this, and like, wow, 2 tablespoons. That would also be amazing on noodles. This is good stuff. I'm not sure what to call it. Should I call it green marinara? I don't know. It's savory and it's good. I don't know. Mean green dip slash sauce slash. I mean, I'm gonna put this recipe in print on my website, realworldaip.com, because I know I jumped around a lot. I made a lot of adjustments. I'm gonna put this in writing. This is good stuff, guys. All right.
What am I eating?
Well, I can't tell you. Phil doesn't want to be in the video, but I needed him to. Taste this.
It tastes like guacamole.
It does?
Yeah.
It tastes like guacamole?
Well, it looks like it, and it has the same consistency.
But what does it taste like? What would you use it for if you were making dinner? And is it good?
It's good. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It tastes like kind of like guacamole to me.
Would you use it for a dip?
Yeah. That's like it would be like for chips or something.
Okay, perfect. I was going for spinach artichoke dip. But I was thinking if you thinned it out, you could put tossed pasta in it. Some kind of like, you know, zucchini noodles.
It's really good.
It's
and
tasty,
rich
right?
And smooth. Yeah, it's tasty. I can like dip chips in this all day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, he's onto something there. The more I taste this, the more he's right. It tastes like, kind of like guacamole. Maybe I should call it faux-ca-mole. Alright. I hope this video was useful to you. If you want more exclusive recipes that never see YouTube or Facebook, and you want to support my channel, my patrons get a monthly exclusive recipe and behind the scenes video. This month's was mustard. I did an authentic, like, French's style mustard. And there's other stuff up there. There's AIP Hot Sauce. There's all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, if you want more recipes and inspiration and stuff like that, head over to Patreon. There's a link below. I would love to hear, like, if you make this, tell me how you like it. I feel like it's just such a cool way to use up something that would otherwise be thrown away. Let me know how you like the stock. Let me know what variations you make. To see you guys soon. Until then, be healthy.